Welcome back to another episode of this Next Gen Career Mode. Here we are at Michigan. Um, Coming into this race, there's only 8 races left to go in the regular season before the playoffs start. 8 races left, so it will be a month before we start the playoffs, basically, after this race. So, starting next week, it'll be a month from next week when the playoffs, or either when the last race ends or the playoffs begin. But you never know. This is probably 40th. Or no, that's 38. Still get ahead of 40th, so could be worse there. If you didn't check out last episode, though, go check it out. It's where me and LaJoy, we always push LaJoy to the race win. Go check that out. But the shocking front row, Stuart Haas front row, or actually no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. They're 9th and 8th. Never mind. But Bowman, Chastain. And here's the thing: Bowman, Chastain, I don't believe have won this season. But the main points battle going on is for the points lead between Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott. Kyle Busch starting 4th, Elliott starting 6th, so he will be right behind you on the top lane. But I'd love to see Chastain win, but you never know. Haley starting impressive 11th, considering where that car is on R&D. But obviously we'll have to move our way up. I see we're starting 37th, but here we go. The stories of the race here in Michigan. Alex Bowman has been dominant all weekend. Team confidence is palpable. Unfortunately, Justin Haley qualified 11th, but he's crashed during qualifying. He's driving the backup car. Ross Chastain posted some fast laps in practice. So that's the reason why both of them are on the front row. So it looks like those are cars going to be able to beat. But Bowman says he's been dominant all weekend, so he may finally get that win he deserves. But you never know. As Bowman and Chastain will lead us to the green flag here at Michigan. It's not a bad start from us here on this first lap. Seems like a lot of Fords are back here. Also, another main question: can Ryan Preece with his 15 car point his way back into the top 30 before the season's over? Like I mentioned, there's only 8 races left. Preece won at Daytona, the 500, right? He's like sitting 33rd. He needs to gain points. So that's the problem. So huge thing if Preece did get stage points, but the only way I see him having an actual shot is if he wins Daytona over, sweeps Daytona. In my opinion, though, LaJoy's last chance opportunity to make playoffs is Daytona. So see LaJoy's in 30th. The run we had going yesterday's episode or whatever, just a good result for both Spire cars. But Bowman has been leading for all 3 laps. Chastain, I don't know if Chastain's still sitting second or not. He probably is, but you never know. But you clearly see that Haley is going to pass both me and Priest. We purposely let Haley in, and now we are going to dive back below him because we wanted to obviously clear Priest. That was the goal here. The Daytona 500 winner, also his first career win. Just Daytona 500. That's a good thing to win if it's your first career win, you know, that's kind of special. Greg Biffle was ahead of LaJoy. Unfortunately, only gained 7 spots at the 31st. Well, I would say unfortunately, but you never, anything could happen. And actually, Chastain, I didn't notice, but Chastain stole the stage win from Bowman. Bowman's higher up in points, so points sounds interesting. But also note that Elliott got one more stage point than Kyle Busch. It's pretty interesting. Buescher's in 9th. In real life, he won this race. So, could Buescher pull off an upset as well, like last weekend, like his teammate did last weekend? Could it be back-to-back RFK wins? I guess we'll have to see here. Start of stage 2, Chastain Bowman once again. I think it's going to be between both of them for the race win. I don't know who's going to win the second stage, or win the race, but I know for sure it's probably going to be between one of them, hopefully. I wouldn't say hopefully, because that's not going to help LaJoy, right? But the thing about it is, both of them have not won yet. Alex Bowman's 3rd in points. 3rd or 4th in points, so he cannot have any, like... He's getting huge points from this. If he's sitting 3rd in points, could he make more ground, you know? Like... Bell is just has been doing bad these past few weekends. I don't know why. All of Joe Gibbs should have speed. I don't know. But speaking of Joe Gibbs, Truex has taken the race lead. Chastain Bowman, I thought they were going to dominate or like be the leaders, but Truex, I don't know don't know where Truex came from, if I'm being totally honest. You see rebounding for 22nd. I'd love to really get one or two stage ones, but we're not going to do that. There's doubtful possibility. Both Harvick and Cole Custer both started inside the top 10. Well, they are in 20th and 19th. That's crazy. You wouldn't expect people like that to be that far back. The 19 is still out front. 4 laps to go. We're going to set one up on Cole Custer here. Wow, that was a hard hit. Well, that wasn't good. I wish in realistic games, right? I wish once whoever gets like new, whoever creates NASCAR games, I hope they can put it into like where if you hit the wall very hard, like the damage we have here, you'll be out of the race. Like you can't compete anymore, or you'll be able to repair it like under time clock in real life. But I think it could happen, but that's going to probably be years away from doing that. And you see Logano take the lead, but we're not going to win the race, unfortunately. We had a chance of passing Harvick until that stuff happened. That pretty much sucks, though. I mean, looking at a good run, but like I mentioned, we can come into pit road, get fresh tires. Nothing's stopping us from coming in to get fresh tires. So. Logano's on the final lap, so Martin Truex, Logano. So far it's been Toyota, Chevy, and Ford all leading a lap in this race. So Logano is shockingly may win the stage. I don't know why Chastain and Bowman aren't getting the stage win, but it's just really shocking to me. They have dominant cars and yet they throw it all the way. I mean, that's weird, but Logano wins the second stage. Unfortunately, we finished 40th after that big wreck, but LaJoya stayed in 32nd. He really hasn't gone anywhere. Take a look at who got in the top 10. Chastain still got second, but look on the pylon. Bowman down to 4th. And at that point, the Elliott gang on Kyle Busch back at it again. Kyle Busch scored 5th, Elliott scored 6th. So, we've only got 8 races to go, I believe. But Chris Buescher in 7th, by the way. So, he has a chance at least getting a top 5. I don't think he's going to win the race, but he has a chance of getting a top 5. There's only so many laps left in this race. Looking for a top 25 finish. Maybe more, but the 50 is just holding us up. So you make more contact with the man. You know you can get a move on. So Michigan is like Kansas, that track style. But apparently LaJoy's not good at Michigan. Well, at Michigan, it more requires top speed and fresh tires, and that's why you see us not moving up as quick because it's more required on better speed. But Logano out front, the people who have been the best cars may not even win this race. 7 laps to go. We make it through wide on Haley. Yes, we can. We're going to complete the pass here. This pace we're going, we may finish inside the top 10. Well, you probably can't finish in the top 10 because the top 15 have full legs, so it may just be battle for 16th, unfortunately. And unless I can get somewhere. I mean, the main thing is if I can get to these guys' drafts, that would be the main thing here. Because you clearly see our top speed ain't the best, that's why. Now can Briscoe's bump help us? Maybe. We're getting closer, maybe. I'd love to beat Cindric. I think he's the best rookie in this race so far. And this is for top 15, so. But like I mentioned, we're only having one season of this. We're not having like, we're not having like 2 or 3 seasons. We're only having one season. But more than likely we may have a second season in F1. But it depends on F1, our first season. Because we're not even halfway in yet. We're close to it, 3 or 4 races away from halfway, but we have to finish this career mode, so it's all going to depend when we finish this career mode. So, I mean, it's not really going to 100% go off of statistics, like. Is this the lap we finally get to draft? Our main goal is to beat Austin Cindric here. We beat all of our rookies every single weekend. I know we have 2 wins, but still. Looks like it's going to be a P13. It's going to be one lap too late for Blaney. P13, I'll take it after the horrible day we have had. Probably have got a top 10 out, we not got wrecked there. But, you know, this is very unfortunate. I mean, it is what it is. Both RK finished in 9th and 10th. Chastain finished in 5th, Bowen finished 2nd. So, Logano wins. I think he may be a new winner. I can't remember if Logano has won yet. And no, Logano has not won yet. So, back-to-back Ford wins, and Logano now has a win. $32 points is the gap from Chase Elliott to Kyle Busch. So, I honestly don't know at this point if Elliott can even catch up. I think we have 7 races to go. Could be wrong, like I mentioned, but and as you see, Priest is in 32nd in points, right? So Haley is the guy that he needs to beat. Unfortunately, Priest has to gain I think that's 33 points, the gap. So that's pretty unfortunate, but he still has a shot. There's still, I think, 7-8 races to go. But the finishing order of the race: fastest lap Martin Truex Jr., most laps led Logano, 14 laps. On the move, we started 37th, we finished 13th. So basically, it was a comeback drive. Bo Wallace started 15th, finished 30th. Well, you really can't expect anything from 23-11 racing, if I'm being honest. But a recovery drive from us after that major crash in stage 2. Obviously, I'd love for NASCAR to be more realistic on their games. Obviously, it's just, I mean, anything could happen. But next week, next Tuesday, we are going to Sonoma. But like I mentioned yesterday, I expect Elliott to be good at Sonoma. But you never know, honestly. I don't expect this to be good at Sonoma because there's a lot of areas we could turn. Yeah, so 7 races to go starting at Sonoma. Sonoma, Pocono. So Sonoma would be Tuesday. Pocono would be Wednesday. And then the next Tuesday would be the second Pocono race. That next Wednesday would be New Hampshire, and so on. So when the playoffs start, it will be a month and a week. I think it's a month and a week away. So pretty unfortunate, but well, starting next week, it'll be a month and a week away, I believe. So obviously starting Darlington and North Richmond, but hopefully we can make the championship. I don't know, but I guess I'll see you guys next week for Sonoma. Peace.